So this weekend, I'm going to be filming for the music video for It's Your Life. I'm going to do a quick rundown of what I'm going to do. And I'm actually going to go through all the equipment that I'm going to be using. The premise is a performance on a talk show, a la 70s talk show, where the announcer is introducing the singer and the whole video is the performance of the singer. So my projected film dates are going to be tonight, which is Friday, and tomorrow night, which is Saturday. I'm breaking it up into two parts with between the 4 characters that I have: the announcer, the singer, which the backup singers, and our audience, which will be played by Helena's stuffed animals. The last thing I filmed was my lyric breakdown video, and I utilized my local access TV station and rented out their equipment. Just a heads up, if you are a content creator and you don't have access to equipment, or you are balling on a budget and can't afford equipment right now, I highly recommend you look up your local access TV station and see if they have a membership and you have access to all of their equipment and their resources and their audiences. My local access TV station only charges $25 a year, and I have access to all of their equipment. Like, they have the equipment that all content creators are using. They have their Sony cameras, they have podcast mics, they have lighting kits, they have everything that you could think of. And I also have access to their actual studio if I want to film in-house. And I also have access to their editing software, such as Final Cut, if I want to edit in-house there. But I do a lot of my work at home, and because I'm a mother, I can really only film so much and at certain places. So I just do my membership a year and bring everything, and I film in my house. So the last thing that I filmed was my lyric video, and what I rented out was the Sony a7 III, their tripod, and a lighting kit. From what I learned, I didn't want to request the tripod that the station has because it's super diesel and big and hard to maneuver, and I live on the 3rd floor. And I didn't want to use their camera because, to be honest with you, I don't really like the Sony a7 III. I don't like how it looks. It's very for YouTube and narrative stuff, but for me, this music video, I want it to look a certain type of way. I want it to look not homemade, but definitely on the older side. So here's what I have for the equipment for this shoot. I have 2 iPhones that one will capture the main footage of the entire music video, and another one is going to be put on the background to capture all behind the scenes footage. We have our tripod, our regular tripod for the phone that will hold the BTS phone. And then I have a regular Manfrotto tripod, which will be used for the main phone that will be filming everything. I decided to go in that direction, just the lighter the better, the more simple the better, because I'm going to be moving around a lot, and I just didn't want the diesel. I just didn't want that big tripod. I just didn't want to deal with the Sony and charge batteries over and over. Like, choosing my phone to record, I think, is the best decision. One, because it's more simple, it's easier. The baseline footage, the way that it looks, is actually pretty freaking great. A lot of creators have been able to create really great, cinematic, beautiful, wonderful videos just with their iPhone. So I wanted to take a risk and just rely on what I have and rent out what I really needed from the studio, and that is the lighting kit. I told Pedro, who is the program director, that I was looking to simulate a spotlight, and he showed me this lighting kit that they have. They have 2 Philips F-I-L-L-A-X lighting kits that are pretty diesel, that are pretty hardcore. It's 4 lights, 1 spot, 1 key, and 2 fills, and with their perspective tripods. I love it. I really love it. It worked for me really well when it did. However, it just got super hot in the upstairs, and heat rises. But let me show you the lighting kit that I'm going to be using this weekend. This is the iCan lighting kit, property of Lynn Community Television. So it's a spotlight, a key, and a fill. 3 different sizes. And it's all powered through the plug, like through the cable. And it seems pretty simple. And I thought this was perfect because, like I said, I'm trying to emulate a spotlight, like a spotlight on a stage. Like what I want is a blackout room with shiny curtains behind me and the spotlight. So I'm really, really, really excited. I also got gels just in case, you never know, it's show business. So I definitely wanted to play with some of these colors, and I have all the colors. I have blue, I have black, I have clear, I have like pretty beautiful gels. I have no idea what this is and what this will do, but I'm really excited just to play. The last time I rented out, last time I requested equipment, I did request gels, but I didn't get to use them that much. I also was hesitant to ask for any gels because I do have the sun lamp that really projects a lot of beautiful colors. But I've been using the sun lamp lately, and for some reason, every time I've tried to do something, it just doesn't come out the way that I want. So we're gonna go back and use some gels. On top of the lighting kit, I'm going to be using my Lime Studio backdrop stencil, like backdrop thing. I don't know what you call it. It's a metal fixture that you can raise up and tailor so you can set up a backdrop, whether that is your green screen or a white sheet behind you, and you can do photo shoots. I will be using this to hold and station this, which is a 3-pack silver fringe curtain, which I'm really excited about. I bought this weeks ago on Amazon when I thought I was going to film this, and now we're gonna film it. So we have this to set it up, and I'm gonna set this up, and I'm so excited that I have this. I stole it from my mom's house because my mom is also an artist, and she likes to take my equipment, or she likes to borrow the equipment and then forgets that she has them, and then I have to remember that I left it there. So I got it back. This, I have to say, I bought my Lime Studio kit. This came with the backdrop holder along with like a white sheet and a lighting, like a 3-point lighting kit. And it really was inexpensive. Like, this is when I was freelancing, and it's a little bit beat up, but it has all the life left. So I'm gonna use it. That's it for equipment. I really wanted to keep it super simple, this shoot. And just for funsies to show you, these are mustaches. Thank you to my brother and his girlfriend who went to Party City and got me a pack of mustaches because I will be playing the host and the announcer. Wanted to build a character that would be really funny, really, you know, your traditional sort of eccentric host that announces the musical guest. In terms of preparation, I used Trello to really break down all my to-dos. I was able to do a card for the story, a brain dump of everything that, like all the elements that I wanted to do, and I was able to do a scene breakdown. I'm gonna film everything in wide and work on it in post in terms of medium and close-up shots. The only thing that I'm going to change, other than like a wide front shot, like a wide front-facing shot, is probably like a medium side profile, and that's pretty much it. My goal is to do a lot of masking because I'm playing all of the characters on screen. I have to make sure that the camera is in the same position the entire time. I've been able to film on my phone a couple of times to see that the zoom in is actually pretty good, like it doesn't distort too much of the image. So that's going to be my biggest challenge, is positioning myself so that when I'm masking on post-production, everything looks aligned and consistent. So here's my scene breakdown. We have a wide shot of the announcer announcing the act, the host announcing the act, wide establishing shot of the stage, a wide establishing shot entrance of the the talent walking towards the mic. Then we have our full take of singing the full song, which is a front-facing view. Then we have another take of singing the full song, but on a side view. Then we have singing the song close up. That's okay, so I am gonna do a close-up shot of just my face, which I think would be really funny. We also have a shot of the announcer dancing, utilized as B-roll. And then we have shots of the 3 singers, which will be me in 3 different fucking places. The way that I'm going to set this up is tonight I'm going to focus on building the set and lighting to make sure that everything is good. And once lighting looks pretty good and I'm able to replicate it, take pictures, look at everything, my goal is to actually film the host and the announcer. My dad has a pretty decent amount of suits upstairs. I'm gonna steal one of them. I'm gonna slick my hair back and put a mustache, and I'm gonna film the announcer. I was debating to film like the hardest things first, but because it's only day 1 and I haven't worked with this lighting kit yet, and it's been such a long time since I set up this rig to hold up the fringe curtain, I wanted to reserve time tonight to set everything up, including the lights. I wanted to reserve time tonight to set everything up so I can take pictures and strike where everything belongs. And if there is time, which there will be, then I will do the announcer and B-roll of the stuffed animals, because those are super quick, and then I can implement them into my computer and then I can edit afterwards. I also made a card breaking down props and costumes. And I also made a card just for other things, like for video production, which is like the post-production reflection, the lyric breakdown mastered, short form, like everything I put on Trello, just trying to keep track, all underneath the board of It's Your Life. The props and costumes that I'm going to be using, props, we have our handheld microphone with its stand, the backdrop silver fringe, which I have. I was really ambitious and said I wanted to do an album cover printed to tape on the actual album, but I don't have that. So I actually think I'm just gonna X-nay and just leave it, because the album covers I just don't have. I'm gonna take advantage of being in costume and actually like posing a little bit on camera and then taking those stills, and then that could be the new cover art for the single, as well as promo for social. And then an XLR cable, which we have plenty. For costumes, I have the singer outfit, which is a black dress that I am borrowing from my mom's closet. That is the props of having a mom as a showgirl. And the backup singers are going to wear the exact same thing because we don't have any money to buy another costume. And then the announcer outfit, which will be one of the suits that my dad has left here. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and props, just to add, another one of the props are the stuffed animals as the audience. I really, in my head, it feels really simple to do, and I believe that this is a really simple setup to do. You know, it's all about start with where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. And that's it. I'm actually really excited to film tonight, and I'm going to be filming my process as I go, and then my goal is to film, document my process behind the scenes, and then at the end do a reflection of how everything went by the end of the weekend. Let's go.